I'm Marilee Caruso. It's Thursday, October 9th. Today.
So we are looking at over 1,000 jobs in terms of construction.
It'll be one of the largest facilities of its kind in the world. Why a carbon capture company wants to build it in Manitoba. Also today, hailing heroes.
This recognition belongs not to one group or to one person, but to a province that rose together.
How Manitoba is honoring the men and women who fought this summer's wildfires. Plus, the Jets shine.
There's going to be a lot of excitement, a lot of photos, and a lot of smiling faces.
The polished hockey hardware on display this weekend in Winnipeg. Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. It will be one of the world's largest carbon capture facilities, and a Canadian company plans to build it right here in Manitoba. To explain what it means is CTV's Taylor Brock. So Taylor, just how significant is this?
Well, Marilee, it's a massive project pegged at $500 million. Deep Sky, a Montreal-based carbon removal company, wants to build one of the world's largest direct air capture facilities in southwestern Manitoba. It's expected to boost the local economy too, but some worry the environmental costs might be too high. Deep Sky says as much as 500,000 tons of carbon dioxide a year could be pulled from the atmosphere and stored underground. The first phase, a $200 million build, is expected to extract about 30,000 tons annually. Now that's going to be going up south of Verdun in the RMs of Pipestone and Two Borders. The site was chosen for its underground geology and clean hydro power. Close to 1,000 jobs are expected to be created during its construction, with hundreds of others needed to maintain the operation.
We will need a lot of maintenance folks. We will need a lot of operators for the well. We are going to need a lot of operators for the capture facility. And I think Manitoba is really interesting because it actually has a very suitable labor force to help us with this.
Deep Sky expects to break ground early next year. That'll happen after drilling and testing their first carbon storage well.
Taylor, this company already has an existing carbon capture plant in Western Canada, right?
That's right. Deep Sky has a facility in Alberta located between Calgary and Red Deer. It captures just 3,000 tons of CO2 a year. The CEO says the technology being tested at the Alberta plant will help determine which ones are used at the Manitoba facility. CTV's Jeff Keel is looking deeper into this announcement, sharing why some environmentalists aren't hot about the project. Watch his full report on CTV News at 6.
All right, looking forward to it. Thanks, Taylor. Two construction workers in downtown Winnipeg narrowly escaped a knife attack. It happened Tuesday afternoon at a construction site in the 200 block of Portage Avenue. Police say a man pulled out a knife and began chasing the two workers. The men were able to escape to a nearby building, although one worker had his jacket slashed. About 20 minutes later, officers found and arrested the suspect on Balmoral Street. A knife was seized at the time of his arrest. The man is facing assault and weapons-related charges and is being held in custody. Our CMP are asking for your help finding a suspect following an alleged kidnapping. It happened in Thompson last week. A 25-year-old woman reported being drugged at a bar and forcibly taken to a residence in Gillam. She told police over 48 hours she was assaulted and threatened, at one point having a gun pointed at her. She was able to escape and call police. Officers arrested a 41-year-old woman from Gillam, but another suspect is still on the loose. 36-year-old Riley Champagne of Gillam is wanted on charges of kidnapping with a firearm, forcible confinement, assault with a weapon, and weapon-related offenses. Anyone with information is asked to call Gillam RCMP or Crime Stoppers. The province is eyeing Point Douglas for the first longer-term detention center for intoxicated people. The premier confirms his government is looking to create 20 spaces at Nadina Waymak on the Disraeli Freeway near Main Street. It would be followed by another 20 spaces early in the new year. It comes as the premier tries to pass laws allowing authorities to detain a person for up to 72 hours, opposed to the current 24 hours. Wildcanoe says the current law was written with alcohol in mind, but a person can be intoxicated for much longer when on drugs such as meth.
This is about protecting people, but also protecting the community and addressing costs in the healthcare system. So when I think about the emergency room at Health Sciences Center, when I think about kids walking home from school in some of these neighborhoods, when I think about seniors who've been targeted in random violence by people who are using meth, to me the justification is so strong for us to move to open this facility.
Canoe added a longer detention time would give workers more time to connect people with addictions and medical support. Well, you can expect to see Manitoba Hydro workers and contractors inspecting your gas meters in the coming months. The Crown Utility is conducting an audit of some 90,000 residential and commercial customers over the next 12 to 14 months. Workers will be inspecting natural gas meters and regulators to ensure they're working properly. They'll have identification on them and may need to enter your home or business, but they will not ask you for names, account numbers, or any other personal information. No apologies from the Manitoba Premier today after taking some heat from the Manitoba legal community. The Manitoba Bar Association and the Criminal Defense Lawyers Association of Manitoba both took issue with statements Canoe made in the Manitoba legislature Tuesday. He criticized a judge's decision to grant bail to a defendant charged in a case of a fatal highway crash. Today, Canoe said he is only giving voice to the people who elected him.
I respect that line between what we do here as the legislative and executive branches of government and what the judges and JJPs do with the judicial branch of government. But this is a democracy, and every arm of government needs to have a way to listen to the voice of the people. And in this case, you know, I'm just helping to articulate a real concern that I think everyone recognizes around bail reform, catch and release, whatever you want to call it. The point is, a lot of people are fed up and frustrated with what they perceive to be a revolving door in the justice system.
The case involves a fatal crash near Altona last November that killed 35-year-old Sarah Unger and her 8-year-old daughter, Alexa. Navjeet Singh is charged with 2 counts of dangerous driving causing death. This week, a judge granted bail to Singh, even though he previously evaded police for 9 months by leaving Canada. Singh is now back in Canada to face trial. Earlier this week, a judge granted bail, allowing Singh to live in Ontario with conditions. A group of Manitoba First Nations plan to take the federal government to court, claiming it hasn't seen millions of dollars in promised funding.
And so Canada had promised to pay, but hasn't provided the funding.
The Interlake Reserves Tribal Council says Indigenous Services Canada committed more than $15.5 million this past fiscal year under Jordan's Principle funding. Jordan's Principle is a legal ruling which says First Nations children must receive medical, educational, or other services in a timely manner. But the chiefs in the Interlake area claim they're still waiting for more than $5 million of the promised funding.
So because of these broken promises, we can't deliver the services our families need to survive. We have had to cut services, we've had to cut staff. We have a backlog of over 400 families in need to date. And so we've tried to work cooperatively with Canada, but the situation is urgent.
The council says it's made one last request to Ottawa, and if it doesn't have a response by tomorrow, it will file for a judicial review in federal court. CTV News has reached out to Indigenous Services Canada for comment, and we are awaiting a response. The men and women on the front lines of this year's historic wildfire fight have been given one of Manitoba's highest honors. At the legislature this afternoon, Premier Wap Kinew awarded the Order of the Buffalo Hunt to members of Manitoba's wildfire service and emergency management personnel. The Premier thanked every firefighter, emergency worker, and volunteer who worked to protect their communities. Among those recognized was a familiar face during the province's many wildfire updates this summer, Christine Stevens, the Assistant Deputy Minister for Manitoba's Emergency Management Organization.
I stand here on behalf of the many hands and hearts that carried Manitoba through this wildfire season. This recognition belongs not to one group or to one person, but to a province that rose together. People and organizations of every kind worked side by side in the face of extraordinary challenge. This was one of our most difficult wildfire seasons in our history.
More than 2 million hectares burned over the season, leading to 2 provincial states of emergency and 59 evacuation orders. All right, let's bring in Catherine Dow now and get a first look at our Skywatch evening forecast. What are you tracking for us tonight, Catherine?
You know, clear skies merrily for us here in the south, while the north, you once again have a chance of some rainfall. About a 30% shot, though areas like Island Lake have a stronger chance. Not much is picking up on our radar. We're in store for some very clear sunny skies for the next couple of days, but we do have some rain coming our way in southern Manitoba, care of a different system that's looking to develop over the weekend. I'll have details on how long that rain is likely to fall and what's in store for Turkey Day. That's ahead in our newscast. But right now, let's take a look outside, shall we? 17 degrees as mentioned under those clear sunny skies. Winds have been fast and furious today. They will be easing overnight, but currently they're out of the west-northwest at 29 kilometers per hour. Pressure is falling, humidity at 58%.
The Bathfitter Live Eye is brought to you by Bathfitter, your bath and shower experts for more than 40 years.
And we're taking our first check-in on traffic on St. James Bridge. Bit of a lineup there as folks head home from work. No major stalls or crashes to tell you about, but of course, if you're having any problems, you can always let us know.
The Winnipeg Jets are showing off some hardware at tonight's home opener. We're going to show you how you can get up and close to some of the NHL's most coveted trophies. Plus,
there's a misconception. People think that ferals don't make good house pets. They do. They are the most loving animals.
A local pet rescue is turning feral street cats into calm house pets. How you can help and bring a loving companion into your home. More local news is still ahead.
Get Winnipeg's top stories, breaking news alerts, and watch live. Download the CTV News app.
Revenue is up 32% at Aritzia. The Canadian clothing retailer reported its latest earnings after the trading day ended. Net revenue came in at $812 million for the latest quarter, and that easily surpassed expectations. The company is seeing strong sales in the U.S. They were up 40% year over year. Here are the closing numbers for the day. The Canadian dollar is down more than a third of a cent to 71.30. West Texas Intermediate crude is down close to $1 to 61.03. Western Canadian Select is up to 51.43. And the TSX dropped 232 points today. Those are your business headlines. I'm Marella Fernandez.
Market Watch is brought to you by Manitoba Blue Cross. Group health plans for any size business.
A man has been charged nearly 2 years after a pedestrian was fatally hit by a vehicle here in Winnipeg. It happened in January of last year at Notre Dame Avenue and Cecil Street. An 18-year-old man was taken to hospital but died of his injuries. The driver, a 52-year-old man, remained at the scene. Earlier this week, police arrested him and charged him with careless driving causing death. He was released on a promise to appear in court. A local pet rescue is hoping you can help abandoned or neglected dogs and cats. It's called Wayward Whiskers. The group rescues feral cats and dogs like these cuties from the street and rehabilitates them so they can find forever loving homes. Coordinator Elizabeth Fawcett says there's a common misconception feral cats aren't good pets, but she says that just isn't true. Fawcett says once rehabilitated, feral cats and dogs can make calm, loving companions. Wayward Whiskers started small, rescuing a mom and her 7 kittens.
She had her tips of her ears were frostbit, and she was emaciated, and she had 7 kittens. So we rescued them and rehabilitated them, and then found them forever loving homes. And from there, once that happened, we started noticing there were other rescues in the area that also needed help. So we set up cameras, and we started monitoring the cats in the area and what their condition was, and that's sort of how we got started.
Today, Wayward Whiskers has 30 animals on its website ready for adoption. To arrange a meet and greet or to foster a dog or a cat, you can visit waywardwhiskers.ca.
Community Connection is brought to you by Mr. Reuter Plumbing. Born to be a hero, trained to be a plumber.
From grim to glitter. A first look at how the RWB is brightening up a dark children's tale. The spotlight is next.
Spotlight, sponsored by the Casinos of Winnipeg, presenting Paula Cole and Sophie B. Hawkins.
Catherine Dow is back now for Spotlight, and you could say we're following some breadcrumbs today, Catherine.
That's right, and they are leading us to the Centennial Concert Hall. The Royal Winnipeg Ballet is putting a new spin on the classic Brothers Grimm tale, Hansel and Gretel. Colorful vaudeville characters bring the audience back to the 30s, the 1930s, that is. Christopher Stowell, RWB's new artistic director, says the ballet is super fun, but also speaks to the struggles of today.
And it not only deals with a fairy tale, but also with elements of being a human that we can relate to now. Like Hansel and Gretel and their family, they don't have a lot of resources. They're going hungry, they're poor, so food scarcity, poverty, and how people react to that.
The curtain opens on Hansel and Gretel tonight and runs through Sunday at the Centennial Concert Hall. Tickets can be purchased on the RWB's website. And the Winnipeg Symphony Orchestra is bringing its music to the south end of the city this fall. The orchestra will perform at the Des Hotels Concert Hall at the University of Manitoba's Fort Garry campus. The WSO calls it Symphony in South Winnipeg. It's the Symphony's first solo show in the hall as it tries to connect with audiences beyond the Centennial Concert Hall. Hear works by Beethoven, Rossini, and Barber. Performances take place Friday, November 7th and Saturday, November 8th at 7:30. Tickets for both performances are now on sale at WSO.ca. Now, earlier this week, we were talking about Dolly Parton and the beautiful bowl that she created for the upcoming Harvest Manitoba fundraiser. Well, Dolly is in the news for another reason, a health scare rumor.
There's just a lot of rumors flying around, but I figured if you heard it from me, you'd know that I was okay. And I'm not ready to die yet. Hey, Natalie.
I like that you put it that way. Parton released this video a day after her sister had asked the public to pray for her, sparking concerns about the country star's health. Her sister has also apologized for scaring fans. Parton, who is 79 years old, was recently forced to pull out of a Dollywood event because of a kidney stone. In her video, she admitted to not taking care of herself after her husband died earlier this year. By the way, you can see the bowl she created and decorated for Manitoba Harvest on our website. And your primetime lineup starts at 7 with Hell's Kitchen. 911 Nashville follows at 8, and at 9, catch Grey's Anatomy. It's all right here tonight on CTV. Heading on over to Kenniston and Sterling Line for a check-in on traffic. Decently busy, looks to be tapering off this hour. Roads look to be in good condition.
Women's clothing provided by RW & Company. Salon services provided by S&Teak Spa Salon.
CTV Skywatch weather brought to you by South Beach Casino and Resort. Visit southbeachcasino.ca.
Another sunny, gorgeous, pleasant October day in the books here in southern Manitoba and all of Manitoba for that matter. We've been dealing with very uniform conditions for the last couple of days, very clear as well as evidenced by our radar. Meanwhile, there has been a slight chance for the last couple of days thanks to the system that developed over the Northwest Territories for some rainfall to northern Manitoba. That does continue on tonight, as you see by the speckling here. Very light chance of those showers coming to you with the exception of Island Lake, which Environment and Climate Change Canada predicts has a 60% shot. As the evening progresses, that system does taper off nicely. Some fog patches could be developing in northern Manitoba but could break off before morning, while we stay relatively clear, and that's the case for all of Manitoba, likely all throughout Friday. Lots of sunshine to look forward to. Warm temperatures, not quite as hot as what we're seeing today, but nothing to scoff at, above seasonal for sure. And then the weekend, while we end Friday on a rather clear note, we do have an opportunity for a good amount of rainfall on tap for much of the weekend. We initially thought the showers weren't going to be coming until Sunday, but look at this coming up on the doorstep here, bringing a possibility for rainfall into Saturday afternoon and overnight. Backtracking to today, though, we're looking at temperatures dipping down to 3, skies clearing out, and those winds much lighter than what we saw today, shifting out of the northwest at 20 kilometers per hour. Tomorrow, a gorgeous day ahead. 15 degrees, 12 is what's typical. Mainly sunny skies and southwesterly winds at 20 kilometers per hour. From there, I mentioned the possibility of rainfall likely coming late in the afternoon with a high of 17 degrees. Uniform conditions on Sunday with a stronger likelihood of showers. Turkey Day is looking overcast and cooler, below seasonal value of 8 degrees. And your Skywatch picture of the day, Neil snapped this one in Lockport with those patriotic Canadian flags flying. Thanks for sending that one in, Neil. And this one's pretty stunning out at Assiniboine Park. Heli captured this lovely cloud-filled sky. Thank you so much for submitting, and you can keep your weather pictures coming to Winnipeg Weather at ctv.ca.
Thanks, Catherine. The Winnipeg Jets are getting ready for the season home opener tonight against the Dallas Stars. And besides the game, fans have a unique opportunity to see some of the NHL's most coveted trophies.
The trophies are always on display at the Hockey Hall of Fame in Toronto. Obviously, not everybody can make it to Toronto, so I think it's important that the teams share the awards and the trophies that their team has won with the fans.
Yeah, check out all this hardware. The Jets won the President's Trophy last season. As you know, the team clinched first place in the regular season standings. Then there's goalie Connor Hellebuck, who won 3 NHL trophies, including the Vezina for best goalie in the league, the William Jennings for allowing the fewest goals, and the Hart Trophy for the league's most valuable player.
Not a lot of goalies that are on the trophy, so as a goaltender to win it as well, that speaks highly. You know, Carey Price, Jacques Plante, there's very, very few goaltenders that have won it, so Winnipeg should be very excited and thrilled to have him as part of their team.
They are all on display at Canada Life Centre for tonight's home opener. The Manitoba Moose home opener is tomorrow. It'll be there for that game as well, and for the Jets' Saturday matinee game against the Los Angeles Kings. And CTV's Daniel Hammerson is teeing up this upcoming Jets season for you. You can watch for his full report next hour at 6 o'clock. Should be an exciting night downtown. Yeah. It's busy down here already.
We love the Jets. The parking becomes an issue.
If you see me with my thumb up walking to my car, someone give me a ride. Yeah. I'm far away. All right.
But go Jets. We love the Jets.
Exactly. All right, we'll see you back here at 6.